Greetings, class. I've made this video in order to give you some information about how you can incorporate research into your writing, particularly for the Engineering Capstone course series. So first I'm going to be giving you some information about why doing research is going to be important, when you should be doing research, and then how you can incorporate research, particularly giving you some links to library guides and engineering databases that you might want to use. So you might be asking at this point, why can't I just rely on the fact that something is common sense or just explain my own experience in order to back up my decision? Why do I need to go and spend a lot of time doing research? Well, the short answer to that is your own personal experience, your subjective experience isn't going to be enough for everyone. It's not going to be common sense to everyone. And the other answer is, if you streamline the process and you get good at doing research, it actually doesn't take as long as you might think. So doing research is going to give you the ability to add objectivity to your reports and to include objective evidence that isn't just, oh, I think it's this way, or in my experience, it's this way, but people can actually rely on it because it's objective and it's based on objective data. That's going to give you credibility as an author, and it's going to give your arguments more credibility. It's going to ensure that more diverse audiences can accept your arguments, again, because common sense isn't necessarily common sense for everyone. And it's also going to show respect for the work of other engineers who have gone and done research. They've published research, including data and findings on the topics that you might be interested in. And it's going to be important to show them respect and to show that you can interpret their work and use their work in your own work. This is going to add professional quality to your own work. When do you do research? So you want to do research at the beginning stage of any design process, or also the beginning of any writing or communication process. This is a process that will enable you to explore the knowledge that you don't necessarily know that you don't know, see what's out there, find out more about topics, and broaden and deepen your knowledge on those topics. You're going to want to also then go through and do more research as you get farther along in the process and you identify new questions that you need to broaden your knowledge on. Finally, when you're backing up your arguments, you'll also need to do research to find credible, objective evidence that logically supports your claims. And so that's something that is kind of working backwards, because it's a good idea to find that evidence before you make your decision, but it's likely that you might be going back after making a decision and finding research to support that decision too. That's possible. So how can you do research? The library guides for Oregon State University and databases have some extensive information about steps that you can go through to do effective keyword searches, for example, sites to use, specific sites for engineers. We'll look at those, a couple of those in a moment. You'll need to use keywords to explore what's out there and find different ways to express ideas that you're interested in knowing more about. You will want to pinpoint a question that you're interested in answering in order to focus your research. And then once you start looking into that question, whatever way that you've worded it with the keywords that you've used, you may then find, based on what you've found, that you need to refocus a little bit, or either broaden or narrow your scope in order to find materials that are going to be relevant for you. Also, be sure to check on the types of sources that you're looking at. So if your question involves answers that might come from scholarly articles, journal articles, be sure that what you're looking up include journal articles. You can, in the search box on the library website and also on Google Scholar, You can check a box that says only scholarly articles, for example, or books. Then IEEE Explore is good for finding technical reports, so you may be more interested in that depending on your research questions. Finally, integrate your research into your report by always using a citation in IEEE format and including the information, the idea from the source clearly and correctly, so you don't want to misquote or misinterpret the idea from a source. And then be sure to include enough explanation around that idea to make it clear to the reader how that idea relates to your central claim, how it supports your argument, for example, otherwise known as framing. This is a screenshot from the Oregon State University how-to guide for how to do research, and so I encourage you to go and check this out. There are lots of links, as you can see, information about how to find articles that you're looking for, how to use keywords, etc. And so I hope that you'll go there and check out this guide, because there are quite a few details that might make your experience better and might make the research process actually a bit faster for you once you're going through it. Finally, there are also resources on the Oregon State University website specifically geared towards electrical engineering students. So this could be particularly helpful for you. You also can see the contact information of the librarian. Her name is Lindsay Marlowe, specifically dedicated to electrical engineering students. So I encourage you to contact her, call her up. She can help you with your research needs. There are also databases where you might do your searches listed, and e-journals that you can access from the comfort of your own home computer. All right, good luck in your research. I hope this information was helpful for you. Thanks. Bye-bye.